Welcome. I'm gonna talk about happiness today. It's a question that I asked a lot growing up. And whenever I asked older people and teachers or my friends, they gave me these answers that's more or less the same. It's vague. It's really the answers were really vague and it kind of their answers kind of reflected on their personality, where they are in life, what they do, and it was about feeling joyful, but it didn't really satisfy me. The answers really didn't satisfy me, and I started asking other questions related to the meaning of happiness or being happy. It seemed like to live a good life, to say that I am living a good life, seems that being happy was a crucial characteristic or that defines a good life. And because I didn't want to be a piece of shit, I wanted to live a good life. I mean, I still do want to live a good life. I want to live a good life. And the happiness seems to really be important to a lot of people whenever I asked about this questions that's related to each other. And as I lived, I realized that happiness isn't a momentary experience. The deeper and broader understanding of a concept of happiness was that it's a state of being. So it's not the emotion that matters more to help to understand what is happiness, not the joyfulness or being ecstatic or being satisfied. It's not this momentary state. It's not this emotion that triggers the happiness. It seems to be a state of being, a mindset as well. Like when I'm doing something for my goal, which is which used to be a successful businessman, whatever I did that had to do with that, and whenever I somebody asks me, "Isn't it difficult doing what you're doing?" I could say, "Yes, it is difficult, but I am happy." So it's not really a matter of tiredness or difficulty or muscular fatigue or mentally disturbing or this all these disturbances that comes with it. It's not the hardship that makes the happiness, but it's also knowing that what I'm doing will lead me to be where I want to be or who I want to be. And that seemed to make me happy. Like satisfaction of work, satisfaction from working out, satisfaction from or being content from talking with my friends. difficulty or hardship doesn't really matter. It's about knowing that what I'm doing is leading me to be there, leading me to be who I want to be. So the way of thinking has to change as well to understand happiness a little more. It's like when you eat, I don't, it's like when you eat a chocolate or nice food, it gives you that short, quick dopamine or the experience of eating a full course meal with nice alcohol, with good company. Makes you feel good, but it's very momentary. It's just there in that moment, only in that moment. But living with my wife every day, I see her and I'm aware that I am living a moment to moment that leads to this happy life that I thought about. I'm not trying to say something profound or uh, something that is so different. But what I'm trying to say is that happiness is a state of being with a mindset that it's not just a momentary experience, but when your mind is at this state, I would say, well, a certain frequency, you're always happy. You're always happy. I'm always happy. Well, I am always happy. It's not just because of my wife. It's not just because of the material satisfaction. But it's about knowing that I'm living a form of life that I wanted and I'm continuously living. And all of these things that I do, it's leading me to my bigger goal. And I didn't know that. I thought playing a game and winning one round or talking with friends or going to a bar, get wasted. I thought that was happiness. I thought I was happy when I'm doing that. But it's not. And if it is, then it's a very shallow understanding of happiness. People say that you can't be happy all the time and there's gotta be these rainy days and sunny days. But if you know how to enjoy these rainy days as well, then it doesn't matter if it's rainy or sunny. You're just always happy. It's nice. It's a nice day. So I'm in Ireland. People talk a lot of shit about weather. It's bad weather or whatnot. And I say I like the weather. It's a nice weather. It may not be sunny, but this Irish weather has its own flavor. I like it. The breeze from the sea, and this, it's the ambience, I guess. I know how to enjoy the ambience. I guess in a way being happy is knowing how to enjoy things in everything, knowing how to enjoy everything. I always asked, oh, whatever they say, it's these answers about happiness, it didn't really convince me. And I thought about it. Why didn't I, not just me, but why can't we really understand it when we receive these answers? And I thought maybe it's maybe it's something that we just can't get it before we experience something. And now I think it's actually more than that. It's more than that. It's we just don't know how to listen. We just don't know how to listen because we're our mind is so closed. And I think even if I say the same thing to my younger self wouldn't really get it. I don't think I could actually get it. I am happy now, but when I was young, like when I was, I don't know, like 10 years ago, when I was 20 something, if that version of me sees me now, he could say, "Oh, you got this. You're doing this, and you're married, and you're doing whatnot." It's nice, but it doesn't feel like it's happiness. I don't think it defines happiness. And I can say the same thing. It doesn't define happiness, but knowing that I'm in this state, this mindset, this mental state, that's actually what allows me to have a a happiness on overlaying these experiences that I have. And if my younger self responds, I don't fucking get it, then I can say, well, shit. You gotta sit down and try to understand what it means. Not just fucking hear what I say or anybody say and just jump to conclusion. Try to process what these words mean. You know? What I know is that this feeling agitated or depressed and many more, but these emotions that don't resonate that well with positivity or feels more like it belongs in negativity, when these things are in our mind, this program is turned on, this anxious program or agitated program is turned on. It's quite difficult to know that we are happy because our attention goes somewhere else. rather than, observing that I'm happy or everything's actually just fine. So yeah. And also, I know it sounds ridiculous, but most of these answers, most of the answers to any question that you ask, you can actually get the answer from within, from thinking for yourself. You know, it's important to just be able to shut the fuck up and just listen. What the fuck is he saying? Whatever you hear or you listen, you gotta be able to like kind of process the shit in your mind and be able to think for yourself, not just take somebody else's answer as if it's yours. You're not really gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. You know, some people can say, "Oh, money is happiness." It can be. It can be, but it's gonna lack so much. You know, or getting bitches is being happy. You can do so much, but you're not gonna be happy. It's, or eating good food every day. It can be, but ultimately speaking, it's not yours. It's not this internal state. It's very external. It's very physical state that you're talking about. I mean, these answers are. It's very physical. And as you leave, as you experience more, there has to be a form of reflection from within. You have to think like, yeah, I'm experiencing these things, but what does it really mean? I'm not talking about these external factors, like these external phenomenons, but I'm talking about internal phenomenon. An emotion may arise, and how you feel about it, you should think, why am I feeling that way? And in the process of that, I think you're gonna be happy if you think more. You gotta spend some time thinking about it. I think that would be a time well spent. You gotta spend some time, considerable amount of time thinking about these things. But it is a time well spent. Yeah. That's what I would say. If somebody or my younger self asked me what is happiness or how to be happy. I hope this helps. Have a great day.